you can't expect older adults to come to you. They're not coming, okay? And so you have to find ways to create spaces that they feel safe in. So you have to kind of think out of the box, connecting them with them outside of just talking about services, but just seeing how they're doing, what's going on with them, if there's anything that you can do for them, and letting them know that your services are available. And if they need help, this is a hotline. If they think they want to be in a different space that's safe, we have shelter services or transitional services, and trying to have the needs be met from what they want, not what we want.
I need to immerse myself. So I try to go to different places. Congregational meals are the best place. If you ever want to know what's going on in a community, get invited to a congregational meal. Congregational meals are where older adults go for either their lunch or maybe it's dinner, and just sit down and just start talking, or just actually invite people to talk. You'll be amazed by what you learn. And so for some of these communities, that's part of how I learned a little bit about what are your concerns, what's going on, what do you need, what can our agency, as opposed to going in and doing the outreach. There's a word we've been using called inreach, where we use the people who are their own authorities about their life to tell us more about this. I think when we are tailoring and designing programs, first of all, talking to people, do that inreach, find out what they would like to have, what do they want to know, and then being in places where they are as much as possible. One of the things we tried to do in Niagara County was connecting with the postal workers. In the rural areas, especially if people aren't getting out, who's going to see a house? How can they identify things that might be worth reporting to somewhere for a well care? And again, it's raising an awareness that people were not thinking about prior. So just trying to meet people where they are, that's probably the most important.
Originally, our project is housed in this very beautiful and well-designed collaborative, right? We're cutting edge, we're the best. So we had kind of this expectation that people would flock to us just by the nature of this amazing organization. And we found that they weren't flocking, that we needed to be the ones to flock. And we needed to be the ones to find those places. We've started establishing closer relationships with faith communities. A lot of older folks, a lot of those communities go to their faith communities to find support, to obtain knowledge, information. So we need to go there.
It's important that when we're talking to folks to think about how do we engage the community. The community is not going to walk through our doors. We need to go into the community. We need to listen. And so we can't assume that if we have brochures in a different language, that people are going to come through our doors.
I think the most important thing for people who are intent on providing services to survivors of all ages is to make sure you're prepared for that before you need it. So that means when you are creating materials, advertising or publicizing your services, show pictures of people of all ages. Let them know that your facilities are accessible, maybe that you are available to meet with them in different locations. They don't need to go downtown. If your offices are downtown and people maybe don't want to drive downtown, be prepared to do home visits or meet them somewhere that's more comfortable. Maybe have photographs of your staff on the website just so they know what to expect and who they're looking for and can prepare a little bit better. And kind of walking through the services that you provide with different eyes. What if I had a mobility limitation? What if I'm visually impaired and I'm going to need to walk to someone's office and I don't know the way? Like, how is that going to happen? And just really being mindful that people have all different abilities and expectations and being flexible in that way.